Oh, how sweet. I'll have to tell H about it.
Oh, God.
So already she's like levitating herself above this conversation. It's not Harry, it's H. It's my H.
Yep.
Meghan Markle is threatening to sue over a parody. Yes, a 5-minute comedy sketch has the Duchess of Montecito scrambling her PR team, calling in lawyers, and melting down behind the scenes. But here's the twist. This lawsuit isn't silencing anyone. It's doing the exact opposite. Because what Meghan Markle doesn't seem to realize is that by trying to shut down a harmless joke, she didn't protect her image. She destroyed it. And now, the world sees exactly what her critics have been saying for years.
I decided to elevate my day and yours by having Maureen come over.
The video that sent Meghan spiraling wasn't some hit piece from a shady blog or a smear campaign from a tabloid. It was a parody. A 5-minute sketch called With Love, Megyn, created by Megyn Kelly and journalist Maureen Callahan. No deepfakes, no conspiracy theories, just razor-sharp satire. And it was devastating. The skit opens with a whisper-toned Megyn caricature gliding through her $14 million mansion, talking about intentional chicken parenting and estate honey drizzled on whole wheat toast. The kitchen is perfectly beige. The napkins cost more than a car payment. The chickens, they have a picnic bench. Because of course they do. It's exaggerated, yes, but only slightly. And that's why it stings. Because it didn't twist the truth. It just exposed it.
I have no idea. And no, fucking Megyn, no one knew that. Like, why are you correcting? You know it's Sussex. No, I don't know. Who knows that? Literally nobody knows that.
Instead of ignoring the sketch or laughing it off, Megyn did what she always does when she loses control of the narrative. She called her lawyers. According to multiple insiders, Meghan Markle is seriously considering legal action over the video. She allegedly believes it's defamatory, which, legally speaking, is laughable, because satire is protected under the First Amendment. And more importantly, no lies were told.
Inanity happening in the conversation. Like, these are not clever people. This is not like having tea with Maureen Callahan.
Or Megyn Kelly.
No, truly. And so everything is heavily produced with track.
The sketch simply held up a mirror, and Megyn didn't like the reflection. But by threatening a lawsuit, Megyn triggered something much worse than a legal battle. She triggered the Streisand effect. The sketch is now everywhere. Reposted, clipped, shared, stitched into TikToks. Even mainstream media is running it. Because now, everyone wants to see what she's so upset about. She took a niche joke and turned it into a cultural event. Congratulations, Megyn. You just made it viral. This isn't Megyn's first time getting roasted.
When they're no longer part of the royal family, the royals don't talk to them. You know, the king does not talk to his own son. None of the senior royals talk to these two. They are total pariahs in the family.
Remember South Park's worldwide privacy tour? An animated Meghan and Harry running from cameras while begging for privacy. The episode trended for days, and yet there were no lawsuits then. Why? Because it was cartoonish? Because she couldn't touch it? Well, this time the satire wasn't animated. It was live. It was dry. It was surgical. And it came from two smart, composed women who didn't yell or insult. They just reflected Meghan's public persona back to the world. And apparently, that's what makes this one unbearable.
And make sure that it looks absolutely perfect. I really like to cut my ribbons in a diagonal because I'm not a barbarian. And I really recommend that you do it too. And by the way,
Meghan's brand has always been about curated authenticity. The "I'm just like you" speeches, the soft lighting, the muted color palettes, the chickens, the jam jars, the yoga. But the truth is, she's not like you. She's a multimillionaire living in Montecito who married a prince and now sells $200 candles labeled empowerment through scent. And that's fine, if she owned it. But Meghan wants the power of celebrity, the privacy of a hermit, and the moral high ground of an activist. It's not hate. It's not bullying. It's confusion. And this parody didn't create the contradictions. It just connected them. Let's not forget, Meghan Markle built her image as a feminist, a woman who speaks truth to power, who uplifts female voices, who demands space in a world that tries to silence women. But now, she's threatening to sue 2 women over jokes. That's not feminism. That's fragility dressed in Dior. Even her allies have gone silent. No statement from Oprah. No support from Tyler Perry. The Obamas? Long gone. Hollywood is watching and staying quiet because nothing screams hypocrisy louder than trying to silence the very voices you once claimed to fight for. And it's not just the public paying attention.
And we did a zero in, like we zoomed in just to see there isn't a tear in sight. Dan, look at this. I invite the viewers to take a close-up look at this. Where's the tear?
Royal insiders reportedly called the parody scarily accurate. Palace aides smirked, and behind the scenes, quiet satisfaction. Because Meghan has become exactly what they feared, a self-destructing spectacle. Meanwhile, Hollywood is whispering. Executives are rethinking deals. PR teams are flagging red alerts. She was once a fresh voice. Now she's the face of brand fatigue. You can't demand applause and then sue when someone claps too loud. Here's the part that really stings. Meghan could have won this. She could have posted something cheeky, laughed at herself, said, "You got me." The public would have loved it. Self-awareness? That's a rare commodity in celebrity culture. But instead, she went nuclear. She made herself the villain in her own story. And Megyn Kelly? Calm, poised. Already planning. With Love, Part 2. Because Megyn didn't just react, she handed them the script. A duchess, a podcaster, a feminist, a lifestyle influencer, a victim, a brand. Because lately, the only consistent thing about Meghan Markle is Meghan Markle. Every version of her revolves around control. Control of image, control of message, control of tone, light, narrative, and perception. But satire doesn't ask for permission. And the moment she lost control of that, her entire brand cracked. Let's zoom out.
I'll tell him that. We're separate over here. And by the way, presumably, isn't your husband watching this show and cheering you on?
Yeah, right.
Your big launch?
Right.
Like, you're
He's
going
not
to
doing
have
anything
to
else.
relay this to him?
Right.
2 women made a parody. Meghan Markle, former royal, global speaker, millionaire media mogul, responded by dispatching a legal team. The imbalance is glaring. It doesn't scream power. It screams panic. And what's worse, it confirms what the sketch mocked. That Meghan Markle can't take a joke. Even her own fans are going quiet. The outrage is fading, replaced by something much more dangerous: embarrassment. Behind the scenes, her team is reportedly split, some begging her to drop it, others trying to spin it as a fight for dignity. But the damage is done. The memes are multiplying. The parody is now more famous than the brand it mocked. And Meghan's image, once tightly protected, is unraveling. Not because of a lie, but because of the truth. A truth she tried to erase. A truth the internet won't let her forget. So where does this end? Probably not in court. Because her legal team knows they can't win. But reputationally, the loss is massive. Because when your entire identity is a brand, and that brand gets exposed as hollow, there's no reboot. Meghan Markle once inspired. Now she exhausts. She wanted to be a queen of hearts. Instead, she's become the Duchess of overreaction. All because she couldn't laugh at a joke. And in doing so, she proved it wasn't a joke after all.